So my first memories of, I suppose, like football on a worldwide scale would have been Italia '90, the World Cup. And I remember we were doing our duties as we did at boarding school, and we were raking up leaves, but somebody had put a radio on and Cameroon were playing against Argentina, and Cameroon beat Argentina, and that was the opening game of the World Cup, and that was the World Cup of Roger Milla. So it was just, those were my sort of first memories of football. Somebody had sent us out a football magazine, so I had a poster of Kevin Sheedy on the wall in my room. I had no idea who this guy was, but he was a hero to me. Other than that, we just literally played football every day, so that's how I made friends. It was an easy way to connect with these guys. For me, that began in 2003, and I got the opportunity to work with ambassadors in London. There was a man that was working amongst Muslims, and for me that was just an amazing opportunity to go and I suppose use the limited gifts and love that I had of football to be able to share the gospel with people who maybe hadn't heard it before, who had come from Muslim countries to the UK, and this was just an amazing opportunity. During that time I went to Spain on a missions trip, and at the end of it, in the summer, I went to the US to do football camps. And I suppose it was just through that sort of 5-6 months that God really spoke to me about moving back to Northern Ireland and, you know, working with ambassadors here. And that's, I suppose, where my ambassadors adventure began. And then within a year, we'd run our first football camp. We had plans to host a tour. There was a team coming from America, and also to send a team back out to Guinea-Bissau in West Africa, Senegal. And so it was just, I guess from there things just snowballed. There was a football team then set up. We started running more camps. We took interns on. We started taking more tours, and it snowballed from there. So within 3 years, I had felt the need to join full time, and I joined full time with ambassadors. So as I look back, like it's been an amazing 10 years. Football wise, we've had some brilliant victories with the football club. I remember winning the league at Armagh Rovers, who were our rivals at the time, to win the league. We beat them 4-0 to clinch the title. That was, you know, it was pretty special. On tours in Africa, we've had some amazing games against really tough opposition. Most games we haven't won, but they've just been incredible games where you've worked so hard even to get a draw, or sometimes beating some of these guys. And I think the friendships that come out of that, the friendships that you build with people, having been through so much together, I think have been really special. Some of my closest friends are guys that I've met through ambassadors, and people who I've been on tour with, or people who I've been through maybe difficult times with or low times with. So I think those friendships are really special because they mean something. They're deep friendships. The Cycle for Hope that we did down Africa was pretty special. It was a 6-month cycle through 17 countries and 15,000 kilometres, and just the ups and downs, the difficult times, the highs and the lows. It was a pretty special time for me. And I think as well, just answered prayer in the midst of it all. I think throughout my ambassador's journey, God has taken me totally out of my comfort zone. He's challenged me in different ways. I've had to do things that I never would have expected that I would have done. And when you're out of your comfort zone, you realise that you're not in control. And I think when you realise that, and when you know that, you rely on God. There's a sense of you know you need to rely on God. And I think that has been really true for me. And I think it's been something that I have really appreciated as well, is that I've grown so much in my own faith and my own trust in God throughout this last 10 years.